All right, so let's get right into it. For years, we've all known NVIDIA's DLSS as that magic button you press to get more frames. Simple. But what if that technology just went through a change so fundamental it's not even about frames anymore? Today, we're going to break down DLSS 5, a leap so massive that it's being called the GPT moment for gaming. And it's about to change how our games look, feel, and are even created.
And look, this isn't just some clever marketing slogan. This is a direct quote from NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. When the guy running the biggest graphics company on the planet compares his new tech to the AI that literally changed the world overnight, you gotta pay attention. That one sentence tells you this is a whole new ballgame.
So to really get why this is such a huge deal, we kind of have to unlearn everything we thought we knew about DLSS. We are moving away from just boosting frames and into an era of generating reality itself.
Yeah, this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the one side, you have DLSS 1 through 4. Its entire job for 6 years was to answer one question: how can I make my game run faster? It was a performance booster, period. But DLSS 5, that's something else entirely. It's a reality engine. Its job isn't to boost anymore. Its job is to build a photorealistic world right in front of your eyes.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. The entire mission statement for this technology has been rewritten. It's not a utility for higher frame rates anymore. It's an active creator of what you see on screen. And trust me, that changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so let's get back to that GPT moment thing. It sounds cool, but what does it actually mean for the pixels on your screen? What does it look like? Well, to really get the scale of it, you gotta cast your mind back to 2018. Remember when real-time ray tracing was first shown off? That jaw-on-the-floor moment when you saw truly realistic lighting and reflections in a game for the first time? NVIDIA's telling us that this is the next one of those moments. It's a leap of that same magnitude.
And this comparison is it's wild. Think about it. A big Hollywood CGI movie might take hours to render a single perfect frame. DLSS 5 is aiming to create a frame that looks just as good in just 16 milliseconds, and then do it again and again, 60 times every single second. The scale of that is just staggering.
So how on earth is that even possible? I mean, this isn't just upscaling anymore, not by a long shot. This is a whole new beast called neural rendering, and it works by basically teaching an AI to see a game world the same way a human artist does.
So here's the key difference. Neural rendering isn't just guessing where pixels should go. It's a fully trained AI that genuinely understands the scene. It's not just seeing a character model. It's identifying skin, it's seeing fabric, it's recognizing hair, and it knows exactly how light is supposed to behave on all those different surfaces. It all breaks down into this pretty fascinating 3-step process. First, the AI scans a frame and gets the basics: color, movement, Then comes the magic. Step 2 is deciphering what it calls scene semantics. That's when it figures out, okay, that's a leather jacket, or that's a strand of hair. And once it knows what it's looking at, bam, step 3, it generates and applies beautiful, physically accurate lighting to all of it, instantly.
And I know what you're probably thinking. Okay, sure, but that's gotta come with a huge performance hit, right? Or it only runs at low resolutions. Nope. NVIDIA is saying this entire incredibly complex process runs in real time at resolutions all the way up to 4K. The computational power needed for that is it's hard to even wrap your head around.
Okay, so the theory is mind-blowing. An AI that understands and rebuilds entire game worlds in 4K. But it's all just a cool idea on paper until we can actually play it. Well, the good news is, this isn't some tech demo from the distant future. This is happening this fall.
And just look at this launch lineup. We're not talking about small indie games here. We're talking about massive AAA blockbusters like Assassin's Creed Shadows, Starfield, and Hogwarts Legacy. The biggest names in gaming are all on board, and they are adopting this tech incredibly fast. That's all the proof you need that DLSS 5 is ready for prime time.
So why is everyone jumping on this so fast? Well, here's a little inside scoop. The secret is that DLSS 5 is built on the same streamline framework that developers already know how to use. That means for them, adding this revolutionary new tech isn't some giant headache. It's actually a pretty simple process that still gives them full creative control, which is key.
But, with any leap this big, it raises some even bigger questions. NVIDIA's announcement was really impressive, but what they didn't talk about is what we really need to dig into now.
First things first, what's the catch? For its entire life, DLSS has meant gaining performance, more frames. But if DLSS 5 is now an AI that's actively generating new layers of lighting and incredible detail, does that come at a price? Is it actually possible that turning on this reality engine could lower your frame rate? We just don't know yet.
And here it is, the question that every single person with a 20, 30, or 40 series card is asking right now. Is this feature for everyone? Or is this advanced neural rendering going to be locked exclusively to the brand new architecture in the RTX 50 series? Because that is either the single biggest reason to upgrade, or it's going to be a massive disappointment for millions of gamers. And that leads to a much bigger, more philosophical question for the whole industry. If an AI can just snap its fingers and make a game look photorealistic, what's the incentive for developers to spend months optimizing their own game engines? Are we heading for a future where games just launch in a rough state and the expectation is that players will just turn on DLSS to fix it? Is this an incredible artistic tool, or is it a crutch?
And that right there is the central conflict of this whole new technology. DLSS 5 is without a doubt an incredible game-changing breakthrough. But we have to ask ourselves, what kind of future is it building? Is it a future where game worlds become indistinguishable from reality because of brilliant innovation? Or is it a future where we become dependent on one company's AI to just paper over the cracks of unoptimized games? That's the conversation we need to be having. So, what do you think?